It was September 2023. Me and my lovely wife, pictured here, and our little doggy went camping down at Fort Kaskaskia State Park in southern Illinois, and the weather was stupendous. Some friends were coming down to meet me, and we're going to go riding, and we all met at Al's restaurant in McBride, Missouri. The best food in all the country, boy. That's a great place to eat. McBride, population 17 or 18, I think. And we were going to ride to Tower Rock, pictured here. And we all had a great ride down there, and I rode my Royal Enfield 350 Classic. And while we were there, all the guys played on the Tower Rock. The river Mississippi was so low you could walk all the way out to the rock out there, and them guys had a ball walking out there.
You're sitting after Rodney.
Honey. What is he?
She's probably wondering what the heck are them guys doing.
You'd have to meet Rodney to appreciate it.
That's for you, Rodney. Al's Restaurant in McBride, Missouri, population 17. Store. I think we're in the town of Farrar, Missouri. Oh, these roads out here are awesome. Pretty much rained all night last night out in this area. I'm riding my Royal Enfield Classic 350, by the way. Look at that old bridge. Brazil, Missouri. Well, there's a bunch of old cool places in this town. Well, road riding doesn't get any better than this. I'd much rather be out here than in Colorado or someplace. Bumper to bumper, everybody. They're going to tear down that old gas pipeline and build a new one. There's Tower Rock right there. I'd like to seen the look on Lewis and Clark's face when they floated their canoe by this sucker. So you can walk out there now, the river's so low. And you can even climb up on top. On the left side there was a rope. And I wouldn't ever try it, but I've seen people do it. They climb all the way up the top of that thing. Pretty cool. This is September 11th, 2023. The date of the 9/11 years ago. And me and Debbie are camped at Kaskaskia State Park, and we're overlooking the Ohio River out there. Except that ain't the Ohio River, that's the Mississippi River. And man, is it low. I think I used to get a dirt bike down on it when the river was low. I used to get a dirt bike down on there and ride around a little bit. Sun's going down. I think some rain gonna be moving in after a while. We may have to start a campfire in a little bit. Moment of silence for all those that lost their lives, 911. Hey, Debbie.
What? Oh.
Debbie just fixed us a wonderful dinner tonight. We had, what was that, homemade soup?
Yep, homemade
and a grilled
vegetable
cheese.
Soup. Huh?
And a grilled cheese sandwich. I had to tell her which side to put the butter on. And
Oh, yes, of course. Yes, the man that knows how to cook everything. Not.
It's really nice out.
And he had a specialty ice cream cone I made him.
Yep. And we got a pile of firewood right over there that we may or may not light after a while. It's
that I hauled
Yeah, she did it all. And then we've got a wind blowing in from the west. Actually, it's coming from Milwaukee.
The best battery fan in the world, Milwaukee.
My wife bought me that fan years and years ago. Boy, we used the crap out of it.
About three or 4 years ago, yeah.
Yep. Anyway, thanks for dinner, honey.
You're welcome, hon.
Appreciate it. It was right here I decided to play a trick on some friends we had met at the campground. They had no idea that I had a drone. And there's their Honda scooters, which we went riding with them a little bit. So I'm 100 yards from him. He still don't know my drone's right in front of him, but he's kind of hearing a funny noise. What the heck is it? He finally looked up and seen it. It's pointing at me back at my camp. He thought it was a wasp or a hornet or something after him. Kind of scared him at first. So his girlfriend comes out and, man, look at those pajamas. Let's see, what am I doing here? Oh, just north of Pierre Menard house there below Fort Kaskaskia State Park is a bridge. You can see my bike up on top of this bridge. What hardly anybody knows is that to the east of that bridge is an old bridge. I've known about it forever. And it is a cool old bridge, and it's getting kind of inaccessible and grown up all around it now, and most people don't ever see it. It's hidden in the weeds and stuff so much. But it's an old steel bridge with wood planks, and years and years ago I used to approach it from there it is way off in the distance there. I approach it from the left there and would ride over it and out the other side. I have no idea how old that bridge is, but I would kind of like to know. And some lucky people have built on the right side of that bridge. Some lucky people have built a gravel road back in there and built a house way back in there past this bridge. Anyway, that would have been obviously the old road, you know. And when they built that new bridge, they relocated the road some. This is a road that goes beyond by the old prison there in Chester, and then on towards the Pierre Menard home. I gotta do some research and find out how old that thing is. I'd still ride my bike over it. You can still actually probably get down there to it from the left side there. Pretty rusty and rickety. There's the gravel road going to these people's house. That wasn't there a few years ago. It wasn't there at all. That was just, there was nothing there. But the old road went up through there. So now I went back to the overlook there at Fort Kaskaskia State Park and flew my drone out over the Mississippi River. And that dirt you see in there in front of me there is normally underwater. Pretty well always is, but the river is really, really low right now. And the Modoc Ferry up near St. Genevieve is shut down because of the low water. I was kind of surprised to see that it was. I rode my Royal Enfield to both sides of it, and yeah, it was closed down all right. Now, right straight in front of this view here, you see a little canal going on. That's the Kaskaskia River, and that is where it comes into the Mississippi. Always afraid of dropping and losing my drone in the water. I've flew it over a lot of rivers and a lot of lakes, but I haven't so far. But it'd be gone if you did. Be no recovering it. Normally this river here is just loaded with huge barges going up and down the river, but we only seen a couple, and they were real small because I guess the low water level of the Mississippi has shut them down. There, all we saw was real small tugs with just a couple barges on it. Now what's cool right up in here, I'm getting really far away here on my drone. I didn't know if it'd even fly that far, but it's pretty cool. Anyway, there's a lock and dam there. And you can visit that lock and dam. That would be on the Illinois side. And check out the operation of that lock and dam, and there's a campground just to the left side of that lock and dam, and you can camp there. I've camped there several times. Me and Debbie camped there in our motorhome. It's a nice place, and there's a little bike path and walk path. You can walk down to the river. Pretty cool. Yeah, there you can kind of start seeing the campground right there. So I think the battery was starting to get a little bit low on my drone, so I thought I better head for the house. So it was right about now. The battery was getting really low, and my drone, I guess all of them do have a return to home function. So if the battery gets really, really low, it'll suggest that you bring it back. So you can push a button and it will just fly right back to exactly where it took off. Mine will go up to 150 feet and land exactly where it took off. It'll ask you if you want it to come back, and you can cancel that, but I don't recommend doing that. Usually I bring it home myself, but it was getting really low, and I was kind of got lost of where the dang thing was. so I hit the return to home button. So it landed right back where I took off. Ain't that something? Bingo. Well, I think this is about the end of this video. Hope you've enjoyed it. We had a good time down there.